Welcome back, carnivores. Thank you for watching this video. I'm doing this as a quick video. Recently, I have been talking to a couple of people that are starting to realize the same thing that most of us getting into the keto and carnivore diet are realizing, and that is that doctors are either uneducated, at which point the people who are teaching them are the ones who should be held accountable, or they are doing this on purpose and then they should be held accountable. But I feel if you're a doctor and you get into this profession to help people, it is your duty to learn as much as you can about how to help people. And if you're being taught to only deal with the symptom and that's it, you should be the one to go out on your own and study further to see what's missing. Dr. Berry, for an instance, he went out on his own, he studied nutrition, he read research, and it takes time. It is very time consuming. I do a lot of it myself for the issues that I'm dealing with, or for friends that reach out to me and ask me for help. I try to watch videos of people that I trust, or read some research that I feel are valid, or follow Dr. Berry's links that he posts that of research that he feels are to rely on, the reliable research. But in any case, I was going to make this video before, but I was too emotional and I couldn't do it without coming across angry. I decided to wait until I calmed down and make the video to be more objective about the issue, but I couldn't help but be emotional about it. One of the people that is dealing with something is my sister. She lives in Canada. And if you think free healthcare is good, think again. She went through a lot of stuff, but one of the things that she had been dealing with is autoimmune issues, which it was thyroid, of course. By the time they test for it and whatnot, it's already late in the stages. Which that's something they do over here as well. But problem is that when you start having one autoimmune disease, you end up starting having other autoimmune diseases. Like Dr. Berry was explaining, autoimmune diseases that have to do with the thyroid, Hashimoto or Graves' disease or whatnot, are not a problem with the thyroid. They're a problem with your immune system. It's an immune issue. The immune ends up attacking your thyroid. The problem is not the thyroid, it is the immune. The immune overreacting. And what happens is if your immune keeps reacting to inflammation in your body, and it keeps overreacting, it's not going to stop at your thyroid. It's going to go and attack the next thing that has a lot of inflammation, or it goes off whack. So it does its own thing. And that's what autoimmune is. It's your immune system getting confused to what is your cell and what is a foreign cell. And that is because of the inflammation in the body that is causing havoc. The solution is not to give you thyroid hormones to make up for what your thyroid is not making because it's being attacked. It's to stop the attack so that your thyroid doesn't get damaged to the point where it's non-functional. And this is what my sister's doctor told her. She took a test. She hadn't been feeling well. The doctor told her, that's a thyroid thing. She asked for a test because she said, I just feel that the new medication that you switched me to is not working as well as the other one. And the reason why they switched her from the medication that was working was because the free healthcare in Canada no longer paid for it. Because it's not just free healthcare and you get whatever you want and it's all covered. It doesn't work that way. The doctor told her, it doesn't make any sense. The medication I'm giving you is pretty much the same thing. It's the difference between Pepsi Cola and Coca Cola. It's the same thing. It's a cola. And that's what this medicine is. When she got tested, it wasn't. Her thyroid numbers were off. So the doctor told her, well, we might have to up the dosage or work around it or whatnot. She explained to him that her antibody count went up. I had been telling my sister that, of course, I self-diagnosed with the thyroid, with Hashimoto, because I stopped going to doctors since I no longer trust any of them. I took the test myself. That was recommended by Dr. Berry. It was 6 different panels that I had taken. My peroxidase was through the charts, literally, because Quest Diagnostic can only measure up to 900, and mine was greater than 900. They couldn't tell me if it's 901 or 10,000. All they could tell me is it's greater than 900. What is it supposed to be at? 9 or below. 9. 1 digit, 9 or below. So, God knows how long I was dealing with this autoimmune disease, but that's a subject for another story and another video. In any case, my sister's antibodies kept going up. She asked her doctor about it because I explained to my sister that ever since I got on the carnivore diet, medication-free, I started carnivore March of 2023. In June 2023, my peroxidase antibodies was greater than 900. December 2023, it was down to 750. No medication. And this is my antibodies. So she told him that her antibodies went up this time more than the prior test. And the doctor responds with, there is nothing that I can do about your antibodies. I can only replace your hormones. Give her a T4 replacement. Not even a T3. God forbid you give the T3. Give it T4 and hope that the thyroid is still able to convert the T4 to the T3. But again, I will be making a thyroid video. This is not about the thyroid. This is about doctors. The doctor told her that there is nothing that he can do about her elevated antibodies, and the fact that that means her body is continually attacking her thyroid to the point of destruction at one time later on in life, where her thyroid will be completely destroyed and not able to even convert T4 to T3, probably. And then you'll live on T3 replacement therapy for the rest of your life. And they got ka-ching, another customer for life. I'm not saying a conspiracy here, but then I had a friend of mine who came to visit me. She was breaking out on her arms with blotches, red blotches everywhere on her arm and some on her face. I told her it doesn't look normal, doesn't look like a rash. It's just large blotches and they're dark. So to me, it looks like it could be psoriasis. I ended up using my Google search, camera search, and it went online and it found similar skin condition, and the similarity to psoriasis was pretty high. She told me that this had happened to her a few months earlier. She went to the doctor and the doctor gave her some medication that made the breakout go away. The doctor never tested. She did not test what happened. She just gave her medication, the symptoms went away, and it was bye-bye, call me next time you have a breakout. So that was Tuesday when she came to see me. Wednesday she had her appointment. And she goes to the doctor. Before she went, I told her, ask the doctor to test you to see if this is psoriasis, because psoriasis is an autoimmune disease. You can't keep masking the symptom if you're having an autoimmune disease. You have to work on the autoimmune issue, because you start with psoriasis and then it escalates. So she goes to the doctor. Again, the doctor gives her the prescription that worked last time. You would think, since this is at least the second time that she breaks out, the first thing the doctor would say is, let's test you and see if this is psoriasis. The doctor just says, it could be either psoriasis or eczema. And it was my friend that had to request from the doctor, can you test it, please? Can you explain to me why? Why did it have to take me doing my own research, reading up about autoimmune, listening to Dr. Berry, listening to other professionals that are veering away from this broken medical system, to bring it to her attention? And what did it have to take for her to go up to the doctor and ask the doctor, can you please test me? Why? Why do I have to be the one to ask the doctor, test me? Let's find out why I'm breaking out. Let's find out why my hair is falling and brittle and my skin is dry and fatigued and it sounds like I might have hypothyroidism. Let's find out. Do you know when I used to tell my doctor that for years? She would always tell me, are you under stress? Maybe under a lot of stress. Everything that I would bring up to her and tell her, my hair is falling, it's brittle, I feel tired, I'm not sleeping well. Well, are you experiencing more stress? That's the only thing they throw at you. Stress. Who the hell lives without stress? Can you tell me one person that you know that does not have stress in their life? Okay, this wasn't supposed to be an emotional video, but the more I think about it, the more it really upsets me. And it's the same thing with a friend of mine and his wife, who is also going through Hashimoto, which, by the way, I don't know if I'm the only one, but every time I turn around and talk to somebody, either if it's the female, they end up telling me they have thyroid issues. Most of the time, majority of the time, is Hashimoto, hypothyroidism. Or it's somebody's wife or sister or somebody. It's always usually a female. But I can't begin to tell you how many times I speak with women and I start mentioning something about thyroid, and then they turn around and they tell me, oh, I have thyroid problems. I have Hashimoto. The prevalence is becoming just too ubiquitous. It's not. It cannot be natural. It cannot be normal. We cannot have that many women with thyroid autoimmune diseases or thyroid hypothyroidism. It makes no sense. It is an epidemic, and we have to figure out why. Now, one of the things that I'm starting to learn is it's probably the diet. We are eating diet full of oxalates and other toxins that affect the thyroid. All the carbohydrates that we stuff ourselves with and that they tell us are good for us. Eat cereal. Cereal is good for you. Eat all that stuff. Sugar substitute. Eat a lot of veggies, green leafy vegetables. Like spinach. A cup of spinach has 700 milligram. This is me being upset. 700 milligram of oxalate. We're not eating enough glycine. Glycine is a non-essential amino acid. Why? Because our body makes it. If it doesn't have any issues making the 3 grams that we need, but we're supposed to get the rest of it, especially if we have autoimmune diseases. We're supposed to be around 10 grams a day. We only make 3 if we make that, and we don't have any issues. But do we eat 7 grams? Glycine is not available in Um, my camera is falling here. Sorry. Glycine is not available in plants. There is no glycine in plants. So you have to get it from animal food. You have to get it from chicken. I'm going to put in the description the video that Dr. Berry had made explaining where you can get glycine. I believe he was saying that a drumette chicken leg with the skin and the bones, everything inside, the ligaments and all that stuff, has like one little drumette has 3 grams of glycine. I believe a cup or so of ground meat has 3 grams. So if your body is normal and it makes 3 grams a day and you end up eating 2 drumettes, you're pretty much close to what you need, especially if you have autoimmune diseases. Why? Because if you take the synthetic glycine that they make in the lab as a supplement, it is made by processing formaldehyde. I don't know if you want to get your glycine that way, but especially when it's as easy as eating a couple of drumettes. Okay, I need to calm down a little bit, but my friend's wife also has hypothyroidism, Hashimoto, and he was telling me all the symptoms she's going to. She's on medication, and she's going through the symptoms, which means that the medication is not working. Or something is missing. There's something that needs to be adjusted. And probably because she's eating the regular American diet, which causes further inflammation in the body that also leads to the autoimmune overreaction. So her doctor again gave her nothing but a pill that is T4, and it hasn't been working. I just don't understand. I don't understand doctors. I don't understand why they do this. I explained it to my mom the other day. I don't know if they're taught that way, and I don't know why they're not smart enough to realize it, because I think somebody with half a brain would understand that dealing with the symptom is different than dealing with why the symptom happened to begin with. And the way I explained it to my mom was, all doctors do is you point at smoke because there's fire. There's a fire here, doc, because I see the smoke. And all doctors do is keep blowing on the smoke to make the smoke go away. Well, the smoke is gone, so we're good. Meanwhile, the fire is burning everything in sight. And that's how I see it. Doctors don't want to put out any fire. They just want to blow at the smoke. And you take that in every sense possible. They are blowing a lot of smoke. And it's shameful. It really, really is. I mean, these people, pretty much, if you have the money, if you can afford to go to medical school, you have a couple $100,000, I don't know how much it costs now, to throw at a university, pretty much anybody can be a doctor. You don't have to actually know what the hell's going on. All you need to know is when you see a symptom, this is a medication that it works with. This symptom, give this medication. That symptom, give this medication. And that's all you need to know. And maybe their test is symptom, medication, match the symptom with the medication, which I think a 5-year-old can do. I can't begin to tell you how disappointed I am in doctors, in the medical profession, but especially in the universities that are teaching our doctors to be useless in helping us. Again, is it just because we're becoming a dumber population? Or is it a conspiracy theory to create more customers for Big Pharma? I don't know. Let's see how long this video is going to be available on YouTube, and that will probably be an answer, because if Big Pharma hears of this video and they have an issue with it and coerce YouTube to take it down, well, then in this case, we all know who's in charge. In any case, be your own advocate. If you see a symptom, research it. We have the world research in our hands. Our computers, our cell phones, they make all of these research available. Read the research and try to identify good research versus half-ass research. But my friend was sending me some research. These two doctors wrote this research about carbohydrates and how your body needs it, and you can't be a carnivore because you need the carbohydrates. I take one of those doctors' names, and I research it, and it turns out that he was getting paid by the sugar companies. There was a disclaimer. Well, just to let you know, he's unbiased, but he was getting paid by the sugar companies. Just believe that what he wrote has nothing to do with his affiliation with the sugar companies. Oh man, look over here. Don't look at the facts and what your eyes are seeing. No, don't believe your lying eyes. Your eyes are not seeing the truth. Why? Because we are telling you what the truth is. And if you see anything different, then your eyes are lying to you. In any case, read the research. Take the time. It's worth it. Doctors are not out there to help you. They're not. They are not out there to help you. You have to be your own advocate. This is your health. It's not about longevity, although it does contribute to longevity, but it's not about longevity. It's about the quality of life. I'm not asking you to live 10 years longer than you want to. A lot of people are becoming cynical. They don't want to live a long life. So it's not about living longer. It's about the quality of life. Do you want to die at 80 years old in diapers and being pushed around in a wheelchair with your mind half gone? Or do you want to die at 80 years old being able to do everything that you could do independently? Drive and take care of yourself and go for a walk and enjoy the outdoors. Which one do you want? I'm not asking you to try to live to 90 years old or 100 years old if you don't want to. Some people tell me, I don't want to live longer. Okay, but do you want to live crippled? Do you want to live as a burden? Do you want to live pooping in a diaper, being pushed in a wheelchair and dependent on people? Do you want to live with Alzheimer's, where your brain is it's fallen apart, literally? If that's what you want, well, then don't listen to anybody listen to your doctors. If not, it's worth it. Take your time, read research, watch videos, take everything said with a grain of salt. And the reason I mention Dr. Berry in most of my videos now and in the future is because I respect the man very much. What I respect mostly about him is he always backs what he tells you with either a disclaimer that this is just an opinion, and when he finds valid research, he will post it and let us know, or he does back it with the research and always puts it in the description so you can read it yourself and make your own decision. And that is all I'm trying to tell you. Read the research, make your own decision, but do it. Don't be lazy. Don't just go to the doctor and have them tell you what to do and how to do it, and mask the symptom, blow on the smoke. Meanwhile, the fire is burning everything inside of you. This is your health. This is your life. Don't let doctors take that away from you. Okay. Thanks, Carnivore, for listening to me and letting me rant on about this. But it's been bothering me for a very, very long time. And I wanted to share my thoughts. Thank you, and see you next video.